Hi guys, this is Val from valkayink. Welcome back to my channel. This is just a quick hello and update video, along with a couple of really interesting things that came in the mail. Basically the very first items of 2024. And I thought we would start with this lovely little calendar. I turned in some Nintendo points and thought this would be a good way to start the year. This is really cute. Anyway, so I've been gone for a little while, just been really busy with things, and I need to catch up with making videos and also all of you. So, hi guys! Let's just take a look at the images that they have in this 2024 calendar. Now, this is kind of designed to be like a little desk standy kind of calendar. That's what this piece is for. But we're just going to go through the cards themselves. I just really wanted this because I thought the images were cute. So here is what January is going to look like. February. I actually have never played Pikmin, and I wonder if I should. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would recommend it. March is great. We got Tom Nook there. April is Splatoon themed. I love the aesthetic of Splatoon. I think it's so cool. May with my boy Link. Oh my gosh, I so enjoyed Tears of the Kingdom, my most played game of last year. Got Princess Peach looking cute. We also have July with more Pikmin. August with more Tears of the Kingdom, just a beautiful render of Zelda there. More Splatoon for September. There's our boy Luigi for October. That's my month. I'm an October child. November. And of course December. Perfect. Lovely. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool. I try to spend my Nintendo points on just little things that'll make me happy, and this definitely made me happy. I thought this was such a cool little option for the Nintendo points. I'm curious, fellow Nintendo people, do you guys spend your Nintendo points? What do you guys choose off the website? I always go for sweepstakes and physical items, but I've never heard of anyone actually winning the sweepstakes. So anyway, as cute as that is, that can go in the corner over there. Like I said, I've been gone for a little while, so this is just a little hi, don't worry, I'm still around, and a lot more videos are coming in the future. Speaking of little things to make me happy, I was ordering books, and that's primarily what this video is going to be. But along with those, since I was ordering off of Amazon, they recommended Sprout bookmarks. And you know what? These were so cute, I just had to get them. I want to see what these are like. Wait, oh my god, these are hilarious. So these Sprout bookmarks are like this soft plastic, like a silicone kind of feel. 3 little distinct colors, very cute. Hold on, I really want to try these. Alright, let's just pick a random spot in Manga in Theory and Practice. Guys, I finally finished this book. It took me like a year to get through it. Not because it's difficult, but because I have like no time. I just want to see what these little guys... Oh my god, that's better than I expected. That's cute. Hold on, wait. I want to try something else. Let's try with Mushishi. What's a good spot in Mushishi? Let's just look at how beautiful Mushishi is for a sec. Alright, let's give it a nice dark green. Oh, no way! That's actually delightful. Oh my god. Could you imagine having a bookshelf like this? Big plus. I like these. What a random silly buy that just makes me smile though. Like I said, primarily this is about books that I picked up recently. So the first book that I'm adding to this year is the Death Note short stories manga. This of course by Oba and Obata, classic Death Note, but with a twist. These are the short stories. So these are actually the manga chapters of what happened afterward, what happened years later, from the original manga. Death Note's one of my favorites. It was something that I read in the OG years of Shonen Jump America. I remember being so excited the first time I read the first chapter. I read it over and over again. I couldn't wait to collect more of it. Yeah, again, art's amazing. Interesting story. Infamous new chapter that came out years later. And you guys can recognize that here. And this has the bonus of the original, like, test chapter. You know, the one that's different from the original first chapter of Death Note, which is boring. So, that is Death Note short stories. Let's make some space here. That can live there. These guys can hang out on top. Being on a Death Note kick, I also picked up Death Note, Another Note, The Los Angeles BB Murder Cases. This, of course, is written by Nishio, who did famously the Monogatari light novels. So he's actually written quite a few things. So, of course, original concept, again, by Oba and Obata. But I heard that this written story of the Los Angeles cases, which are mentioned in the original manga, are fantastic and worth getting into. And they have these beautiful, like, chapter breaks with this kind of dark art. Really nice release. This has, like, nice thick pages. This cover is gorgeous, this nice textured paper. It comes with one of my favorite things, which is this kind of, like, ribbon bookmark. So, just really interested in finally, like, reading his style of writing, as well as just getting more, like, Death Note in my life. You can tell I kind of got these at the same time. And now we're going to clear the way for the main thing that I want to talk about. And also just let you guys know that obviously more videos are coming. Yes, some of them might be different, but most of them, again, are going to be anime and anime hauls. So get ready for that in this coming year. Let me get the big thing up on here for you guys. So, my main reason for doing a little book order at the beginning of the year was because Araki's JoJo 6251 book went on sale on Amazon. And by sale, I mean it went to $15 as of filming this. And given that I had just finished up reading his book, Manga in Theory and Practice, I'm very, very interested in Araki right now. So, I was very happy to get this. Again, I ordered this off of Amazon, but I always have trouble with Amazon because this book cover came in completely dirty, with a wet paper towel that was barely wet, by the way. I was able to clean it up and get the cover back to what you'd want it to be for this kind of book, but oh, I am such a fan of Araki's illustrations, and this book is great because it's the illustrations from part 1 to part 4, and it has these amazing, beautiful fold-out spreads that are just, they're just gorgeous. I'm so fascinated by Araki's coloring and inking style. So basically, I wanted this to kind of like peer more into what he's doing with his illustrations, especially these early ones. There's also some illustrations from his earlier manga work before JoJo's, which I'm very excited about. So, again, I don't do very many art book videos. Simply G, who I'll link down below, actually does very nice art book videos. I always find they're difficult to film. I can't get them to visualize the way it is flipping through an art book in real life, but I'm just such a fan of Araki's illustrations. And this book's great. There's a lot of information. It's completely translated into English. I think there's something so fascinating about looking at illustrations that were done the year I was born. Like, that's how old these early ones are. And again, I am just in love with the way he uses color. He also talks about his techniques in this, which I'll get to that page as well, but just the way he uses ink and the way he uses airbrush, the way a lot of his early illustrations he'd throw in computer color where he wanted. He actually uses the same kind of white, just white Liquitex paint to do highlights in his ink drawings. Like, it's fascinating to see. I love how sparkly these early pieces are. They're so good to me. It's interesting to me just how his color work evolves over just flipping through these books in the years. Like, just the way the magenta on this page explodes out is so great. This is part 2, obviously. I really do find these so inspiring. I'm also fascinated by artists who will either color or write or draw in a way that I would never think to. This is one of my favorite images. This pose is so good, this expression. And I'm actually also kind of curious as I go kind of flipping through this book. Consider this also a slight review of the book in case you want to take advantage of this sale that's going on. I'm just fascinated by his layouts and design. And of course, brilliant, beautiful part 3. I'm curious from your guys' perspective, do you like Araki's work? I've read different reviews where people are like, he's not really my favorite illustrator, or they say things like his color use is too garish. Not me, man. I love these illustrations. I love the way he uses color. I like how bold and in your face it is. I like the way you can tell he uses like wash paint to highlight sections. I like the way he cross hatches. I mean, there's just so many fascinating elements to it. I'm a real big fan. I kind of wish there was like part 5, 6, and 7 book. I just finished up reading part 7 last year and fell in love with part 6 as well. So, man, just even his black and whites are so striking. Like this Dio picture is so good. I just really enjoy it. Also, smaller pieces, you know, like the designs of his tarot cards and the Egyptian god cards, the Enid here. Just fascinating little things to have in the book. Sorry, I know I'm going a little slow. I'll pick up the pace, but man, I love it. I love how he blocks color. I love the way he does his backgrounds. I love when he does this like splash of like paint or ink. I'm a big fan of ink drawing, obviously. I mean, I do it, but I'm not at this level. So, he just has a very interesting philosophy when it comes to how he does art. He said that in his book, his favorite thing about like making manga and making illustrations is the actual act of making it, not the final product nearly as much. I think you kind of have to have that approach when it comes to art. I think you really, really have to love it. I love backgrounds that are black and white with a giant pops of color in the middle. Like, this is so appealing to me. Oh, also, it's Jotaro. He's just appealing. Obviously. And we'll go into part 4. I think part 4 is where you see his art style change the most, like from those early periods to kind of how it evolves. Like, look at Josuke's face. You know, the details and kind of the confidence kind of explodes. God, I really gotta say, part 7 is gorgeous. I really, really enjoyed part 7 when I read it. There's Rohan. So yeah, I like that he plays with color in a way that like he's trying to get a feeling across, not necessarily using correct colors when it comes to like skin tones or fashion. But man, you want to talk fashion. This is another thing he does well, especially with part 4 here. Here are all his Joes up to part 4. Here's the back shot, and then he turns around and draws them looking back. So when you can draw a character in rotation and keep it consistent, that's fascinating. So here's why I really bought the book. It actually goes step by step as to how he approaches his drawings, and if you're ever feeling kind of self-conscious about your sketches, may I point out his rough sketch. Yeah, this is almost like he thumbnails it out first and then goes into sketching, which is a really, really clever way to like block out the spacing in your composition and stuff. He works on a really like heavy artboard too. Where does it say? He works on crescent board, which I thought was really interesting because that's more like a matte board than a thick art paper. So that explains like how big and smooth it is. Because here's the other thing, like, you actually see him holding his work, and you see in scale like how large a piece he's working on. I think most people work with whatever's convenient, you know, like an 8.5 by 12 is like, or 11, excuse me. My scanner is only as big as 9 by 12, which is why that's kind of the largest I work in, but just seeing how much detail he can get in on a larger space. He also uses pure inks. He actually will ink, and then, I mean by bottle ink, as well as pens. So I find that fascinating. He uses nibs. A lot of manga artists do that. If you've ever tried drawing with one of these, it's actually difficult. Like, I would need way more time to try and, you know, get with that. But yeah, what a brilliant piece. I love that this is the piece that focuses on how it's done, and that's also your cover. Kind of a really nice, brilliant little setup there. Here are his other illustrations from his other manga. There's Bao. I think these are great. These are also earlier, 1985, 86. And you can tell he uses way more airbrush in these early ones. He still has all the sparkle in it. I really, really like that. It's just beautiful to see his artwork like this. And I gotta say, for this book, these pages, they're a little on the thin side for an art book pages, but they're beautifully printed. Like, you can't knock how good it looks. I also think it's funny. He'll just do fan art of stuff. I am a big fan of F1 racing. Good for you, man. It's just interesting. He talks about having a general interest in everything, everywhere, and being constantly curious about the world. Cool Shock BT, another great little manga of his. I actually like his early stuff quite a bit. Joestar Family Line, if you need referencing what's in this book. And then there are these 10 pages, which are character profiles and an interview with him. More information. I like this location map. Pretty great stuff, especially if you want like a cohesive, you know, collection of JoJo information. You've got that here. I'm really hoping we get another of these with later parts. I'm super, super curious if we'll get that and if we'll get a good deal again. I want to show you guys the interview that's in here. Man, this is so much information. I didn't realize how long this section was. Floor plan? I mean, he says he plans things out in detail for his manga, and even if he doesn't use it, at least it was there in place so it felt real to him. Really, really interesting artist. Let me see. There's an interview and there's these photos of him that I think are great. It's coming up. This is so funny. It's a timeline, encyclopedia. God, also, I haven't read these first 4 parts in many years, so I probably should sit down and read all this just to get back to it. The World of Hirohiki Araki. Okay. So that's great, but just look at that swagger on this dude. I mean, fantastic. I haven't read through this entire interview yet, so I can't comment on it, but I just thought that these photos were incredible. I wanted to share them with you guys. So yeah, it's really cool. Here are his other works: Poker Under Arms, which I read recently, Outlaw Man, Say Hi to Virginia, Cool Shock BT, Bao, as I said before. Never read Gorgeous Irene, kind of want to. I might have to look that up. Yeah, just interesting stuff that he's worked on. The merchandise of Araki's world. Great stuff. And then there's your contents back here. So yeah, just neat little Viz Shonen Jump kind of book on him. He's just an interesting dude, and I thought that was a fascinating little book in case any of you are looking to get this. Anyway, I know this is kind of a short video, but I just wanted to get back into making videos, and I just wanted to say hi to all my subscribers. You guys rock. I'm back. I'm going to be making more videos, responding to comments. I'm going to try some different content as well. It's all going to still be anime and manga related though. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.